It's almost like they're trying to keep a perpetual war going so they can continue with the secrets.
That might well be. People do want to stay in the
She says, come a little closer, come look into my eyes.
I know about security, and you know a lot of you can help it, but you
because there's too many evil people in the world running things. Think about it. John Lennon, Bob Marley, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. There was always somebody around to kill those guys. Nobody anywhere to take out Obama or Trudeau or the Bush family. Why? That is something I would pay good money to see on pay-per-view. These people are Satanists and pedophiles. They're pushing this agenda. I can remember being 9 or 10 and the pay-per-view channels first come out. And there was the Playboy channel. And it was all scrambled. The screen was all scrambled. You couldn't see it. But I would sit there and say, oh my God, I just saw a nipple. I swear I saw a nipple. They made a lot of money off that stuff. We could use that money for paying down debts and fixing roads and everything else. I keep, every once in a while you'll see me sit here silently. I keep tripping back to that scene from the movie Dazed and Confused with Mila Jovovich and that globe. They're spinning it and they stop it and it happens to show an island off the west coast, is it? No, east coast of Australia that doesn't exist. Why do I think that? Because I see a lot of stuff about the secret government, secret space agency. You hear factual accounts from people in government saying we can't find trillions of dollars. It's just disappeared. So 2 + 2 equals, I know a few of you probably said 5 just to be dicks, but you know, light bulbs don't cost $5,000. Toilet seats don't go for 30 grand. If we do have a secret space fleet, like Gary McKinnon found out, non-terrestrial officers, I believe they call it Solar Warden. Yeah, that's it. And what are they there for? You know, who are they protecting us from? Or who are they fighting? Who is trying to protect us? Because we also hear all this stuff about Pleiadians. I don't know what to think about all that. The channels, people channeling. I mean, I could very easily sit there, close my eyes, and just make up a bunch of shit off the top of my head. And then open my eyes and go, Elvis has left the building. And everyone's like, oh wow. You know, I can't do that. That's not... I was at the bakery the other day. I gave the guy $50. My order came to like 25. And he tried to give me 45 back. I'm an honest person. I took the extra 20, gave it back to him, you know. In case you can't tell, I'm heavily medicated right now. It is 5:30 in the morning. The pills are starting to work. Been up for a couple of days. Can't slow the mind down, especially with everything that's going on. That Australian island could very it could very well be something that is cloaked, so we can't see it. We don't know anything about dimensions. Maybe they figured out a way to put themselves into a pocket dimension, so we just simply can't see the island. And not only can we not see it, we could go right through it because it's out of phase with us. I talked to several Australians, one of them a radio host, and they do not remember that island. They looked at the scene that I told them to look at. I'll see if they let me put it on this video. I doubt they will. But go to Dazed and Confused, and you will see a scene. It's Mila Jovovich and one other dude, the total stoner guy. And they're talking, and they're standing by that globe. And take a look at it, freeze frame. I don't think that one's a Mandela effect, necessarily. And Berenstain Bears, my fucking lord, get so sick of hearing of that. Could it be? Yes, it could be a Mandela effect, but it's also very easily explainable. They changed their name, all the printing of all the old books, and every new book they write now has that printing on it of the new name, Berenstain. They were Jews, they changed their name for whatever reason, and people keep saying, oh, my book changed, or better yet, my book hasn't changed, it's a newer copy and it says Berenstain. But they never show the pictures of this. They, you can use your webcam, film yourself on your cell phone, film the fucking thing. Is it that hard? Don't come on here trolling me, saying you're wrong and I've got proof, but don't provide the fucking proof. Show it. Otherwise you're full of shit. And you're one of those guys that puts the thumbs down because I shut you trolls down right away. In my comment section, I get to approve the comments. Had to do that. My ex-girlfriend's boyfriend was being a douchebag, coming on all my shows telling me to die and stuff like that. It's quite funny. It seems he's more obsessed with me than he is my ex-girlfriend. And now that brings us to father's rights. I have a court order that says I am supposed to get visitations, holidays, all of this stuff. Her lawyer managed to finagle a way to get it out of her having to provide the transportation. But now she's still screwing me. Her car broke down. Her boyfriend's got 2 vehicles. She uses one of them. He hates me so bad that he will not allow my ex to bring my daughter using his vehicle for a visitation. He will not let her talk to me, my ex. And we're supposed to be that's what the court order says, we're supposed to be communicating on everything. My daughter calls me, I still get my daily calls. I had to send the police over for a safety check because they kept changing the phone number. And I have a court order. They talk badly about me in front of my daughter, call me a druggie. Well, I have the card that's illegal, calling me a criminal. I've been following all the laws. They're the ones breaking them. This happens to so many men and women. And anybody who may see this, if you have a friend that's going through it, don't feed the parental alienation. Yeah, you go, girl, you go, you get everything, and all, he shouldn't see him, and blah, blah. It's not about you. It's not about your friend. It's about that fucking child. Can you get that into you? It's not about how much money somebody has. If you're incapable, you're relying on support payments to take care of that child, then give the child up to the father. Period. Or shut the fuck up. A lot more women are going to jail these days for parental alienation. It's happened here in Canada. I'm going to make sure it happens to my ex if I get the chance. Everything so far has been documented, audio, video. She sits there huffing and puffing in front of the judge. The judge even flat out said to her, I think you're going to find the onus is on you when it comes to transportation. Said that to my ex. And we need, the gender bias and parental alienation is just stupid. We're supposed to pay for half. We should get them half the time. Oh, they live in a different city? Oh well, move back. The child should never be allowed to be taken away from the father in the city that father lives in for any fucking reason. If the wife or ex-wife or girlfriend, ex-girlfriend gets a job out of town, she can fucking commute. Car breaks down, quit the fucking job. Or stop spending money on hairdressers and boots and everything else, hair dye, and fix your fucking car. Because your child shouldn't have to be ripped away from their life and their parent just so you can be happy and so your boyfriend can be happy. Fuck y'all who do that. I've been going a little bit on this. There's not going to be any music. There's not going to be any comedy. Because really nothing I've said is very funny. Stop enabling women to go after men and use the children as pawns. If you do that, you're scum. I'm Steve Crawford. Have a good morning.